I'm listening to that and I'm like, did I write that out? But no, that was off the dome.
Today we're in Los Angeles, California, visiting Sur Ronster at his new place. 1 year ago, we sat down and asked him a series of questions about writing, creating, and building his channel. Today, we're asking those same questions again to see how his answers have changed. It's part house tour, part reflection, and a rare look into how much can happen in just a year. So let's get to it. Here we are, sunny California.
What's up, bro?
Wow.
That's where the magic happens.
I love the dedicated space.
Yeah, you remember, I don't think we showed it on camera, but my office was in the kitchen. And so now having my own office is like the best thing ever. So I do all my editing right here. Okay. I get to look at the mountains. And I got this box of tropical fruit from Fruit Hunters that I've been munching on.
I feel like you don't like clutter.
No, I don't. I like keeping everything minimal.
Please tell me what you use to edit.
I actually use Final Cut. I went years editing iMovie, and it's basically iMovie on steroids, so it felt really intuitive to switch over to Final Cut. And the only thing I rave about for video editing is this, and it's not sponsored or anything. It's called a tour box, and I can just edit in this position without using the keyboard. I'm just like this, boom. No hands moving from this position. You preset everything on this device. It's got the knobs and everything.
I use the Loop Deck CT.
Okay, it's the same kind of thing.
It's like you're DJing.
Yes.
So when you're scrubbing across a timeline, it's just like tangible, it's a dial, it's physical.
It is the best. It feels like maybe when I was in middle school playing video games and you sort of get in the flow state and you're not even thinking about the controller and you're just like that for the editing. I mean, they invented the keyboard. The way they laid out the keyboard was actually to slow you down typing because it was crossing over on the typewriters. So this was designed to type slowly. It wasn't even close to being designed to edit videos. So I feel like it just makes sense to have a little thing for video editing. But that's my only piece of advice. This is just a Amazon mic, and I used to use this, and I would stand right here and I'd have the video playing and I'd voice over. It's hard to use these. You either have to get really, really close and whisper for it to sound good, but then certain words are hard to whisper. And anyway, now I record I'll sit here with the helmet on just like this, and I'll record talking into the helmet, and then I'll put that on instead. So now it's just for show, I guess, but sometimes I use it for like really quick stuff if I don't want to put the helmet on. But I got the YZ85 under here, got the YouTube plaque. Oh yeah, I didn't have this last time.
Yeah, you didn't have this last time.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Sur Ronster talks about the moment he discovered the surron and how quickly it turned into an obsession. He shares what it was like creating videos in the early days and the lessons he's learned about preparation and why the helmet became such an important part of his story.
I've never ridden a motorcycle before that, and it looked like a full-on motorcycle to me. You could have put it next to a Ducati and I wouldn't have been able to tell the difference at the time. The addiction happened was when I first saw it in person. I just was like, that is so badass. How did I get started? I mean, it'd be the same story, yeah, pulling the trigger on a surron before anybody had really gotten into it. There were a couple people in Russia, but man, it was the best decision I ever made. And I was sitting in my bed on Instagram just responding to people asking about the surron. I was like, this is so, I could do this forever, just talk to people about this bike. I do remember that, and I remember that feeling. Yeah, I won't forget that. If you don't plan, where's the camera gonna be? Where am I gonna be? How am I doing the audio? Where am I riding it? Am I allowed to ride there, right? I used to just wing it and set up the camera, and that was fine. It was fun. But as I've continued this journey, preparation and sharpening my axe is just the name of the game. Nothing's changed as far as that goes, but now I guess I'm trying to embrace the unpredictable and the unscripted even more. So you kind of have to schedule the unexpected. The most intent goes into the first 5 seconds, 30 seconds, 1 minute of the video, and then the rest, just really hope the universe provides some exciting stuff, and you just can't script that. When something unscripted happens that's good, it's like winning the lottery. It's always a good drive home after that. Like, yeah, we got one today, but you could totally go home with nothing happening, and it does happen. And it's not like we don't have a good time riding, but as far as the video goes, you always hope that something unscripted happens for sure. If I can improve my wheelie just a little bit from the last time, or if I can improve the lighting just a little bit from last time, then that's all I can do. That's the best I can do, and I think that's great advice. Yeah, trying to improve each video incrementally is always the goal. There's always improvement to be had. I might have hit my peak in terms of lighting and stuff. You saw I only have one light, so there's only so much you can do with that. I still keep it as simple as possible. I film every video on my phone and on the GoPro. Maybe now I'm focusing more on improving each video with the variety of locations or the different people I'm riding with, or doing something totally unbike related. As much as I love bikes, it could be hard to watch a 20-minute video about just one bike, maybe moving past the lighting and the angles and focusing more on that sort of content. What's tricky for me is pretty much every week I'm riding a different bike. So I feel like I'm always on an unfamiliar bike, and right when I'm getting comfortable on it, it's time to get on the next one. There's kids on TikTok that are like, man, Sur Ronster can't wheelie, and like, it's true, there's a lot of times where I'm not my best, but I'm on a different bike every week. A lot of my footage is POV. You're seeing it from my point of view. So by having the helmet, it could just as easily be you under the helmet. Just as easily be you riding the bike, unboxing it. When the helmet's off, I'm not Sur Ronster. I'm the same guy. If there's like negative feedback or I feel like I failed in some way, which happens all the time, I take the helmet off and it's like, okay, that was Sur Ronster, that wasn't me. So that's kind of nice. I'm listening to that and I'm like, did I write that out? But no, that was off the dome. I think it's magical, the relatability. I could be anybody. Hopefully you imagine, when you imagine what I look like, you imagine I look something like you. When I hit 2,000 subscribers, I had a panic attack. That's when I started blurring my face and I went back to my old videos and blurred them there. And I always think back to that, when the fear I had, and it was fear, when I hit the 2,000 subscriber mark and I was like, that is way too many people looking at my face. I don't know what it was, but I freaked out, and now there's some more people and I feel the same exact way. It is harder now than ever to do it, which is good, because I think the longer it goes, the more interesting it is, and that unfortunately leads to some invasion of privacy, which I've been dealing with, and it just reinforces why I do it in the first place. So I can't complain, but it is one of the more stressful parts of this, is trying to keep the magic alive, and I think I've been doing a pretty good job at it so far, but it's an active job on its own to keep this bad boy on.
Definitely a milestone.
Yeah.
Did they tell you they were gonna send this, or just?
Yeah, what they do is they send you a link to your email with like a redemption code, and then you actually get to choose what it says. So I could put my name, I could put whatever. I put Sur Ronster on it. It came with it's kind of a shame, it came with a dent right here. You can only see it in some lighting, but if you stood here, you could 100% see it. But by the time I unboxed it, it was already past the...
That's not bad.
Oh, I'm glad you don't. It's like all I noticed, but it's fine, because you know what? It's symbolic. It's like, even, reaching a milestone, nothing's perfect. There's still work to be done.
Yeah.
So everything happens for a reason. Come on.
So after every, what, million?
No, the next one's at like 10 million. So I'm a while away from another one, but I really enjoy looking at that when I walk into the office. It's inspiring. And the 100K, I mean, you can't.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's funny, like that probably felt like a bigger deal when this came in, not to minimize the million, but they're both super meaningful to me, so I like having them up here. Yep. And then so when I'm done editing a video, I'll sit on the couch like this, boom, have a snack, and I'll proof watch.
Oh, that's how you proof watch. You proof watch it on here.
Yeah, because I feel like if you're sitting on the computer for 20 hours editing a video, by the time it's done, I mean, it's like when you're writing an essay and you read the same paragraph 1,000 times, you can't physically read it again. Yeah. Put it on the TV, it resets your mind, and you can see more details because it's bigger, and it's a vibe too. So this will be the last stage before it goes scheduled for public. And I got these little posters made. I want to put these on Ronster rides. I don't know if people will be stoked on it, but I commissioned a local artist to do this. So it's not AI or anything. We got the surron and the RTR. I wanted to have some kind of bike art, and there's just none out there. So I was like, let's commission a local to run it up. And anyway, I might sell these on Ronster rides if people are stoked on them. But
it kind of like, it has like an anime.
Yeah, it's like a cartoon, right? Like cartoon vibe. Got the bathroom if you need it, and we got the studio here.
All right, this is it. I love it. I really love, I mean, I'm a sucker for like lighting light bars, especially when they come in like this kind of honeycomb design, like these hexagons. I don't know, it's just kind of a cool way to add fill lighting and also some texture.
Absolutely, yeah, the hex lights look really good when they reflect on the plastics. And I also feel like, I mean, these are pretty generic. It's not like I'm the only person using these, but I feel like it's a paying homage to the Surron, because you got the Surron Light B, Ultra B, the Storm B. So it's all sort of B imagery. So I kind of like the idea of this being like the hive, and this is where the hornets are at. But yeah, last time you were here, I had one Stark. Now I got two. And
yeah, when we first saw it, you hadn't released a video yet.
Yep. Yeah, you're right. That was right before I released my first Stark video, and 2 years later, it's still pretty much the best bike ever. And they got a new one coming out in just about a week from now, which is really exciting. And then I just like how these kind of look like a little version of them. This one got the fender broken off. We were just having too much fun in San Francisco. And then we got the mini Porsche. Ooh, but it's all beat up. You can see in person. It's seen better days, but we made about $8 on Uber Eats, so I'd say it was worth it. This was definitely new since we filmed. That's the stunt cart. Super fun, but it's like no suspension, so there's not that many places you can ride it. But it looks cool sitting there.
These are the RTRs?
Yeah. These are the RTRs from Ronster Rides. You know they're from Ronster Rides if they have the gold forks. They look all beat up right now, but
do they have an orange one?
We got to make you an orange one. I think we can make it happen. You'd look so good on an orange RTR, but maybe silver forks instead of the gold ones, but we'll make it happen.
Hell yeah.
And I don't know, it's kind of mundane, but I still use the same toolbox that I've been using for years and years. And I've considered transitioning over to there, or building out like a proper workbench, but I feel like I've condensed, some of the tools are all over, but I've condensed all the tools you need for any e-bike just in this one box. And I'm very proud of this little workstation here. It's modest, but it gets everything done. So this was all redone. This whole building was just a shell when I moved in, including the doors and everything, but it opens up. The spot I was before the last time we saw each other, I didn't have any parking, so I would park illegally right in front of my door, and I would get ticketed every week for it. So just having somewhere to put the truck where no one can tell me not to, it's like, love it.
He then gets into what it's really like working with brands, why content always comes before money, and how transparency plays such a big role in building trust with his audience. Along the way, he reflects on why so many kids want to be YouTubers and what they don't always see behind the scenes.
I'm at a point where I'm fully prioritizing the quality of the videos over any financial incentives. And I've turned down many opportunities that I could cash out on, but it'd be a terrible video. The content comes first, 100% that's still the idea, but now I started Ronster Ride. I'm able to offer the best bikes in the world directly from me and my team, and ensure that it's the best service possible for people coming to us. In terms of working with brands, I'm kind of just taking that power back into my own hands and becoming the brand myself. And it's been almost exactly a year since I launched Ronster Rides, and it has just been the best thing ever. And then have that flexibility when it comes to the videos. And I try to be very subtle. I think nobody wants to be advertised to. When I'm the brand, I get to make that decision. Hey, if I want to promote this bike, I get to decide how I do that. It gives me more power to make sure these bikes are as good as they can be and give direct feedback to the manufacturers. I was in China to look at all the factories. I think we're seeing a change in the dealership industry where, and I don't want to bash any dealers, but a lot of them don't make videos, they don't sponsor athletes, they don't chug on social media, and it's clear that a lot of people would rather buy the bike from the people they are seeing on social media or the sponsored athletes, and to be able to offer that, knowing that we also have the best service and we have priority on shipping and everything, it's just, I think this is where we're gonna see the dealerships moving, is towards sort of what Ronster Rides is doing. When kids say they wanna be a YouTuber, they're seeing someone that's just doing what they wanna do. They're seeing someone whose job is to have fun, right? That being said, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. You're not just, riding through the city and, stopping the video and uploading it. There's a lot of editing and you gotta work with people, and that can be challenging. It's a little scary sometimes, like, yeah, if you miss a week, like what would happen if I didn't upload this Saturday? From the outside, it looks like 100% fun, and it is 100% fun. You don't see all the behind the scenes, and maybe if it was seen, fewer kids or people would want to go into it. I think it really comes down to the editing. Unless you can start off, hiring an editor, you gotta love editing more than you love writing, more than you love filming. You gotta really love editing, and so I would maybe say that to anyone that's interested in doing the YouTube. And at this point, I still don't hire editors. I edit all my videos entirely myself because I love it, and I've always loved it. And it's such an important part of the video that I wouldn't want to hand that over to someone else. I'm sure there's people that could do it better than me. It's also really rewarding to do it myself, and I feel like when you edit your own videos, it makes you also a better filmer, because you can see while you're editing, oh, I should have filmed that differently, I should have done this longer, and then the next time you're filming, you remember that. YouTube's the best job ever. Wouldn't even call it a job, but there's a lot of editing, and I think you should do the editing yourself.
You gotta do like a video editing academy.
Let's go. I would take your class any day.
Of course.
The transparency is really key when it comes to recommending stuff. These bikes are super expensive. I would never want to put myself in a position where I'm recommending something I wouldn't get myself. I'm starting to give less of a basically. I'm making these videos just like I have from the beginning for myself. As selfish as that sounds, like, I'm making the videos because I enjoy making them. Yeah, I'm not really sponsored, so I am 100% transparent. I don't sign contracts when I work with a company. They always want to make you sign, hey, like, we'll give you money, we'll give you bikes, but you can't talk bad about us, and I'll never sign that. All my biggest affiliations, like with Electron Co., our bestseller on Ronster Rides, that's just a handshake partnership because we have that trust and that respect, and they respect my transparency priorities. Yeah, I still don't give a I'd be a criminal if I was recommending stuff that I wouldn't buy myself, so I'm gonna stay a law-abiding citizen. When brands want to proof watch a video before I post it, I used to say yes to that, now I don't, because there's no time. I usually am editing late into Friday night and uploading early in the morning on Saturday, right before it goes public. I've done that in the past because I didn't have a choice, and when they want me to make a change, I always say no, and it's always a problem. So now I don't ever let them ask to proof watch the video, because they should trust me when they give me the bike that it's ready to be reviewed. And I've had this back and forth with some main companies in this space where, like, don't send me a bike as if I'm a tester. I'm here to review it. So if you send me a bike, you better be ready for me to review it.
Show us the pool.
Yeah, the pool's a pain in the ass. If it was up to me, there wouldn't be a pool, but yeah. I really do like it, and I enjoy it as much as possible, but if I had to design this spot from scratch, there'd be no pool.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it's a vibe, and I appreciate it, but it's so much work, and like, you use it only a few days here and there. Yeah. I've been using it more though. Like, I'll go on a run in the morning, and then I'll do a backflip in the pool. Nice. And cools you off nicely. I want to get rid of the slide and put a big boulder, just a rock from the mountains, and jump off that, because in Hawaii we were doing that. We were jumping off bridges and stuff, and I got the bug in me. I just like jumping off stuff into water. It's so fun. So this is the commute back home. Couple steps. Got the Ultra Beast sitting here.
Nice.
I think we're gonna take this out in a minute. And this is where I do, like, I'll exercise here in the morning. I'll do some pull-ups.
There you go.
Yeah, it's hard with the helmet on, but and then I've been adding, like, weight to the pull-ups.
Do you find that, like, the exercising and, like, fitness is helpful for the stuff that you do?
Totally. Like, loading the bikes, riding the bikes, it's physical, and you don't see it because it's just throttle and you're not pedaling, but there's a lot of days where I'm, like, grateful that I do try to stay active, and that's why I run in the mornings too, so I'm not catching my breath all the time on camera. Because like, yeah, you'll be riding, it's like you want to pant, but it sounds bad on camera. So I'm like, gotta get the cardio up. This is like the storage garage here. It feels like a dealership almost.
These are way more bikes than when the last time I saw you.
Yeah, I only had a small room last time you saw me. I could only fit about 10 bikes. So now with all the space, I just don't have a reason to get rid of them anymore, and they start piling up. But I've gotten rid of a lot of bikes. These are kind of just the heavy hitters left over. We got the P51s, Talaria XXX, Naxion, Altus, E-Ride Pro, all the models of E-Ride Pro, RAR, the gas conversion. We got the Mini Moto GP bike, Quad, Surron, all the minis, the dragsters, the Razors, the Pro Spec, the Roadrunner. This thing, the K6, is the craziest.
Wow.
Of course, the Benel. It looks like.
Yeah, I heard about this bike. Yeah.
Yeah, the Benel is awesome.
Yeah.
Easily one of my favorite bikes.
So are these the ones that like you just can't bear to part with?
Yeah, pretty much. Like, I can just always see myself riding any one of these, so it would kind of hurt to get rid of them. But then I just don't even have that much time to ride unless I'm filming, so that's why they end up sitting here a lot. But
when you have like friends over.
yes, when I have friends over, everyone's got a bike, they get a selection. But then it's also like every single bike has something. It's like, all right, that one's got a flat, that one needs a chain, that one needs brakes. Like, so then when it comes to like, oh yeah, come over, I got a bike for you. And then we're looking and it's like, I don't really have any bikes for you. They all need some work on them, but it's a good problem to have. And we got the pedal bike up here. It's good use of space. All the tires.
Wow.
These are tires and wheels for like all the bikes in here, so I could go supermoto to dirt for any of these. I got all the batteries and controllers and motors, and then the mini wheels. Having space is just priceless, but then it leads to this where it's like, okay, do I need 30, 40 bikes? Probably not, but I can, so I'm gonna keep them.
You had like a shipping area too, right? Like
I had a box room. I still have a box room, but it's not that interesting.
It's just boxes.
Yeah, it's just boxes.
Finally, Sur Ronster opens up about where the channel is headed and what keeps him motivated. He talks about his love for everything electric, the grind of uploading every week, and why editing is at the heart of every video. For anyone thinking about starting a channel, he shares advice that cuts straight to the core of what really matters.
I want to do all things electric, and that includes cars and trucks. I still think they have a while to go before they're practical, but I find them fascinating. The technology, the features are all unique, and just the way they drive is fun. I enjoy it. It's the same appeal as the electric bikes. It's snappy, smooth. Fortunately, a lot of opportunities find their way to me. I rarely reach out. I have my email on like my YouTube, and companies will reach out. I love all things electric, and I want to do them all for the channel, and I think that continues to be the direction it goes in. I guess at this point, I'm really just enjoying the process, just having fun each week and sharing that. Growth in size isn't necessarily the goal. My growth strategy is to just continue every Saturday, 8 a.m. California time, post a fun video. That's my job. It's easy to look at the YouTube maybe like a business and say, if I want to scale this is my plan. I'm going to hire an editor, I'm going to hire a manager, invest and grow it that way. And I just don't think that's how the YouTube is. If anything, that's the last thing you want to do and might be the end of a channel, is corporatizing it. Keep the sponsors out of it, keep the money out of it, scale the business in a way you would never scale a business. It's kind of crazy. Not to sound harsh, but I think it's a red flag when the goal is to be a content creator. The goal is to get sponsored. The goal is to get free bikes. That was never my goal, and I know that if that was my goal from the beginning, I would have burned out and given up a long time ago. That drive to push has to be internal. The subscriber count just doesn't motivate me to do anything. The sponsorships don't motivate me. I already have all the bikes I could want. It's because I love making videos. Because at what point is it enough? Maybe I'll hit 1 million soon. If my goal is subscribers, once I hit 1 million, now what? I probably won't even celebrate 1 million. I haven't celebrated 100K, 500K, because it's not why I do it. Creating something that somebody else is enjoying and knowing that they're enjoying it is like the best. That's worth 1 million bikes. That's worth 1 million subscribers. He said it pretty well. I did not end up celebrating 1 million subscribers. My girlfriend got me a cake, which was really nice. Advice to new creators, I think touching back on what we were talking about, really the love for editing, because unless you can afford to hire an editor, you're gonna end up editing pretty much more than anything else. So no matter how much you love whatever topic you're creating about, you better also love editing just as much, if not more. That would probably be my only piece of advice, besides just do it because you love it. Any other motivator is the wrong motivator. Well, one of my favorite quotes is, exercising makes you feel weak, but it's really making you stronger. Studying makes you feel stupid, but it's really making you smarter. And it's these activities that feel terrible while you're doing them, but really it's the best thing you can do for yourself, and it's moving you in the other direction of what that bad feeling is.
From a new home base in Los Angeles to a year of growth on and off the bike, Sur Ronster's story shows what's possible when you stay true to your vision. Hopefully, this journey inspires other creators to keep pushing, keep building, and keep finding new ways to tell their story. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.